Alright, what's going on guys, it's your boy Zilchi and welcome back to another solo leveling Arise video. In today's video, we will be talking about how to increase your team total power, not just Sung Jinwoo's power himself, but the overall team. And I'm also going to show you guys where to level up your weapons and what level you really want to stop at a certain point, and if you should keep going past that level. But before we get into that, if you guys do enjoy this kind of content and you have been enjoying solo leveling content, hit that like button, comment, share, and subscribe, and let's just hop straight into it. All right, so first we're going to talk about the total team power and why it's so important, right? So as you can see right here, recommended total power on any stage right here is 342,000, right? I had to take off a character so that way I'm way below the team power or the total power that it wants me here. Once you're in the red zone, you can see it's red right here, you get hit with penalties and you lose crit rates, you lose crit damage, I'm pretty sure, and just damage overall. And it's a lot harder for you to actually clear the stage. But once you're able to put a unit on there, or for me right now, if I put a unit on there, I'm actually in the neutral, right? So I'm not hit with those restrictions, and it's actually a little easier for me to clear the stage. If I was way over this, like if I was like 342,501, it would still be in the neutral. But if I was like 400k, I'd be blue and I'd have a lot easier time winning the stage. And that's obviously where you want to be at, where you're not going to be in the red zone, right? So there's a bunch of ways that you can actually increase your team total power, so it helps you to clear these stages and not have to struggle. So the very first way, and this is obviously the fastest way to do it because it's the same exact way as Sung Jinwoo, and that is through your artifacts. Once you're able to level up your artifacts to max and as high as you can, then you should see your total team power like boosted, and you're not going to be in that red zone anymore unless you're in hard mode and you're not high enough level, right? If you're not past the level of the chapter stage, or you're in hard mode chapter 18, which in that case, even Nato right now is in the red zone, and she has like 500k total team power, right? So yeah, make sure you're grinding your artifacts, get them as high as you can. But when it comes to getting them as high as you can, make sure they have the stats that you actually do want, right? You don't want anything that has terrible stats like this right here. I got it to 20 because I got blessed with this piece. The critical hit damage 3139 and critical hit rate +1 1611. Listen, I'm not even gonna complain. But yeah, artifacts is a very important step in just increasing the team power overall, right? All right, next we are going to be talking about your hunter skills and how much it does increase your power by, right? So right now, let's take a look. My Chahane is at 98,262. Let's try to level up anything here. So let's try to level up this and see how much it goes up, right? So remember, we're at 98,262. We'll level this up right here. That went up by +100. All right, so that it's not a big jump, right? But it does help you if you're leveling up all of your. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 700 right here. Let's say if they were all at getting to level 5, 700. But remember, you're doing that for each of your hunters that's on your team, right? So I have the top 3 on my team. So that's going to go towards my total team power, right? And obviously, it's the same for Sung Jinwoo. If you're leveling up your Sung Jinwoo, I believe he goes up to like 1,000 every time. So make sure you are doing that. He is included in the total team power as well. So that's one way. Next would be your weapons for your hunters, right? If you're able to get their weapon, they get a bigger boost. If you're able to just use any weapon at all, they also still get a boost. It's not as big as their weapon boost, right? If you have stars in the weapons, or if you have extra dupes of the weapons, but you don't have extra dupes in the crafted weapon, you have it just singular. I can actually show you a perfect example right now. So I have my Beck with this SR weapon right here, and I do have his thing. So if I change this, I'm actually losing 432, right? But if I put this back on, I'm gaining it back 432, and that's because of the amount of limit breaks or the advancements that I have in there, right? If I level it up to level 60, obviously it's going to be a lot stronger. But I just want to show you guys that the weapons and the advancements in the weapons also help you boost that team power, right? So those are actually the main ways in order to, this is probably the only ways right now that I know of in order to increase your total team power. All right, as when it comes to Sung Jinwoo himself, because he's also a part of the team, right? And this is also going to lead us into what we're going to be talking about next, which is your weapons, where you want to level them up, right? Your weapons for Sung Jinwoo also increase his power, which increases your total power of the team as well, right? So as you can see here, I have a bunch of these at level 100. The goal for me, because I do spend on the game, is to get these up to level 100, or as many up to level 100 as I can, right? For you as a free-to-play player, or just someone that spends very lightly and you're just starting off the game in story mode, get to level 60 and I promise you can clear this entire game with your weapon at level 60. Okay. You don't need the weapon at level 80 to 100 yet. All right, you can clear, let me rephrase that, you can clear up to stage or chapter 15 with level 60 weapons. You don't need to do anything past that until you get to the next later chapters, right? But obviously as you level up, it is, you do want to get it as high as you can so that you can work on your team power. But again, level 60 is the sweet spot, or level 80 is technically the sweet spot, but level 60 is the easier spot for you to stay at, and it's very doable and very achievable. It doesn't use too much resources, right? So that's that. In terms of how to get these things that you need to level up, let me see, let's go to weapons real quick. Do I have a weapon that's at, so no, one sec guys, one sec. So as you can see right here, you need these to level them up. You can get these, we can check right here actually. Okay, why won't it let me see? Okay, well, it won't let me see, but I'm just going to show you guys where we can get them. All right, so first of all, I'm going to show you guys the quickest way you can get them and the easiest way, and that is through, once this loads, that is through your activity funds. See, right now, tier 36 for me, I'm getting 49 of these ones right here. And they also give you artifacts, as you can see. But mainly we're going to be talking about just the thing that you need to level up, right? So if I claim it, get a lot of XP as well. But as you can see, I got the 49. You also get your special funds. So every reset, you'll get a bunch of these, as well as your XP and stuff like that, all right? The other way that you can get it, or one of the other ways that you can get it, is through your gates. So let's go ahead and take a look at our gates, right? Because the gates give you rewards. So I have this one right here. So it has a chance to drop this and this one, right? So right now, if I went ahead and do it, let's sweep it, I got 7 right here. So as you can see, it does give a decent amount. Actually, like 7 might not seem like a lot, but it is a lot. Once you run out of them, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So let's do it one more time to see if we get lucky. We didn't get lucky right there, unfortunately, but it is what it is. So you can get it from the gates as another way and a quick way for you to do it as well, right? Another way that you can get it, all right? There's actually quite a few ways. You can go to the shop. Don't worry, guys, we're not buying anything in the shop. You're gonna go to the exchange shop, all right? Then you go to the weapon exchange materials, and you can actually buy this one with the weapon exchange material, right? Do not sell your SR weapons or your SSR weapons, guys. I do not recommend you do that, because the SR weapons, as I said, if you have enough dupes of them, they do give you precision, and the SR weapons are actually very good, all right? And it helps also boost your team power overall with the higher stars that you have. Some SR weapons are better than the SSR weapons, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. The other way in the exchange shop as well is through the low tier mana crystal, right? The main things you want to focus on with these crystals right here is obviously the keys, right? Make sure you're maxing those out. I'm gonna do that now, right now, actually. And as well as getting, so these are the main important ones, right? So you have the keys, melding cube selection chest, the artifact enhancement chip, and the weapon enhancement gear. Okay, those are the main important ones in my opinion for now. When you're leveling up and upgrading your characters, then this one comes into play. But for now, if you're just starting off, I suggest you guys stick to this, and then the keys, and then also this, right? Because that's what they use to upgrade your characters to get a stronger power level and things like that, right? So shop, there you go. I believe there's one more way that I was just thinking of, and now I can't think of it. Okay, weapons, exactly. I figured it out. So weapons, you can salvage. Do I have any? So if you salvage and you sell your rare weapons, you take a look here, it also gives you these ones as well. So you can actually sell those. You don't need to save your rare weapons for Sung Jinu. I'm gonna be so honest with you. Maybe you can save them for your SR or your hunters overall, but you pull a lot of SSRs anyway. You don't really need to save it for them because they have SR weapons. So yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of all the ways to level up and to increase your team overall power, and where you want to stop your weapons in terms of leveling them up. All right, again, eventually you will get them to level 100, right? But you don't necessarily need them at level 100 right now, because it does use a lot of resources, guys. I'm not gonna lie, it uses a lot, and it's a lot of coins. All right, you guys saw how much it is just for me to level up my characters. Imagine how much it is to level up the weapon all the way up to level 100, right? So yeah, that's pretty much all the ways. If you guys did enjoy this video and if it was informative for you guys, hit that like button, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.